This is the epicenter, if you will. We are at the Capital Area Food Bank's main facility here in Northeast DC, and look at this operation already this morning. You have a tremendous amount of activity going on. This is what generosity looks like. Ruda Muthaya is the president of the Capital Area Food Bank. I mean, this is unbelievable that it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning and you have this kind of movement going on in here.
Yeah, no, in order to be able to help feed our neighbors in need, we're now open 7 days a week, from early in the morning to late at night. And it's the generosity of our community members that really make this possible.
What has this pandemic really proven to you folks here at the Capital Area Food Bank? You've been around for a while, the food bank here, but the demand and the generosity has been overwhelming.
Absolutely. The demand has just increased multifold. We've seen anywhere from a 30% to a 400% increase in need.
And to kickstart it, man, we wanted to start with a $10,000 donation to the 13 County.
Awesome, yeah.
Just thank you for everything you guys do, and we're excited to really get this going. So come see us at Lustine Toyota, trade a vehicle in, be part of this awesome program.
One word, Majors, to tell me how you feel.
Elated.
Elated, yeah. And I want to put things in perspective. This is the room where the church usually runs its operation. About 250 bags. You can see they're already prepackaged grocery bags. Well, this is where they usually top out each week. Take a look. Because of the coronavirus, so many people have now volunteered their time, money, so many more donations, so many more groceries. The food pantry is usually in the basement of the Friars' home, Chris. You've had to get this trailer now.
Right. Once COVID hit, we had to move all of our operations outside, and we also have more than doubled up the number of families that we're seeing, so we had to have additional storage space so that we're able to maintain and have enough food on hand so that nobody leaves without food.
Thank you. You're welcome. Take care.
People are truly struggling right now.
Food insecurity, a basic need, is immense in the Richmond Highway corridor.
Life along Route 1 in southeast Fairfax County was a challenge before the pandemic. These communities, according to census data, are among the poorest in a region teeming with wealth.
They're your neighbors. They need our help. They are hungry.
And now among the hardest hit by COVID-19 in terms of illness, job loss, and hunger.
We're just trying to survive and live. The last thing we need to be trying to figure out is how to feed our children in the midst of trying to keep ourselves and our communities healthy.
Their epicenter for assistance, the food pantry inside United Community.
There you go. You're welcome. Stay safe.
It's humbling to see that something so big such as a pandemic can truly alter every single person's life at any given moment.
But two troubling trends have emerged.
So it was an absolute tsunami of people, a demand curve that we never could have expected.
Their numbers skyrocketed from 543 served in April of 2019 to 1,140 served in April of 2020, a 110% increase. And many of their clients, like Carl Barlov, are here for the very first time.
I was laid off because of the coronavirus at a major hotel facility.
People suddenly laid off or furloughed with no income coming in.
It's not much of a choice, but it's a necessity. And sometimes you have to humble yourself to be able to reach out to the community services to get the support you need.
And never before has this community been more united. Donations are pouring in and a new program just launched.
Estáis en tu familia, ¿no?
They've gone mobile, delivering to neighborhoods reeling the most.
Y por el motivo del coronavirus han perdido sus trabajos, ha habido gente que ha estado infectada y lamentablemente el gobierno no los ha podido ayudar por ser indocumentados. Y sí pienso yo que a esas personas deberían de darles el apoyo, más que nada porque han sido afectadas por el virus.
To get food for her little sister and food for my daughter. Going to the stores is kind of difficult now.
Families like Desmond Newton and Natalie Delgado can now walk away with a few days worth of food without worry.
And sometimes you just need a little help with getting some extra food.
We always make sure that she eats first before us, and whatever's left, we'll eat.
This project is succeeding due in part to the very people who live here.
You want food?
Like Yolanda Earl Thompson, who everyone calls Miss Yolanda.
So I was like, I can't get out, but I can still reach out.
Every week, United Community volunteers personally push an overloaded cart of food a couple blocks to Miss Yolanda's front step, where she sets up shop.
Then I sit in this chair, and as I see my community walk by, I yell, "Hey, you want some food?" And they come and they get snack pack. It's like noodles, macaroni and cheese, cereal.
Elderly neighbor Deborah Ward is grateful that Miss Yolanda looks out for her.
Oh, thank you, dear. I love you. I want to hug you so bad.
I know. I don't even go to the grocery store anymore. This is the first time I've been out in 3 weeks.
I know a lot of my people were living on the edge before the epidemic. I didn't want them to fall off.
Well, us, we don't have much.
The children of this neighborhood, like siblings Emmanuel and Emily, know her best.
She's a hero because she gives the food for free.
Then something unexpected happened. The more Miss Yolanda hands out, the more she gets. People independent of the food pantry are stopping by, dropping off more groceries, school supplies, and Kathy Lehner keeps bringing by diapers.
It speaks well to all of us to reach out and support each other, because this is when we really do need to tune into our humanity.
1 in 10 residents in the DMV are facing food insecurity during the pandemic. ABC7 is on your side, hosting a live town hall event to help end hunger in our area. ABC7 on your side, feeding the DMV, Tuesday at 7 on WJLA 24/7 News.
It's a conversation that's likely happening around kitchen tables all over the country.
It's a new normal, I say to the kids.
Conversations about the coronavirus and how everyone must do their part.
Be safe, make good choices, but don't stop helping.
So for Rob and Reese Shear and their 5 kids, whose schools have now canceled classes,
This is what we decided to do.
that looks like this.
So we're doing a turkey and cheese, we're doing a ham and cheese.
Dozens and dozens of sandwiches made not for them, but for people in need.
We also have chips, bottles of water that we'll be handing out.
11, 12.
It's 15-year-old Amaya's job to keep track of how many meals they've actually made.
28, 29.
And as she counts, her dad explains their motivation.
Fall of 1984. I literally lived on the streets my senior year of high school.
Rob's past, fueling his hunger to help. Because he says the homeless are more vulnerable now than perhaps ever before.
My kids are able to stay here in this home and be protected. They're behind these walls. People that are homeless have to leave shelters in the morning. They're out in the streets.
Of course, Rob's recipe also calls for COVID-19 precautions, like hand sanitizer and gloves for the entire family.
Tomorrow, we're going to go to Baltimore. We're going to meet under the bridge at North Sarasota, and we're going to hand out the sandwiches that we have made.
Food for the soul.
And we also have peanut butter and jelly.
As they count their blessings.
33, 34.
And share them.
As long as there's people who need and we have the ability to give, we're going to continue to do it.
ABC7 is on your side, helping feed the DMV. A special thank you to Chase Young's family for hosting this food drive football watch party to help feed the DMV.
We all need to support one another.
On behalf of everybody at ABC7, thank you so much to the family of Chase Young for feeding the DMV.
You can help too. Donate to the Capital Area Food Bank at WJLA.com/hunger. ABC7 is on your side, helping feed the DMV.
You had a goal of 20,000 over at your place. You killed that.
Yeah, we blew it out of the water, and it was just because of the community and everybody coming together and just really making it happen. You know, we put a program together. We were going to donate $200 for every single vehicle traded in to Lustine Toyota and Lustine Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. We traded in over 200 vehicles times the $200 mark. Plus, we had even customers donate out of their pocket towards this the foundation. It was just awesome.
And now it's time for a very special check presentation. I feel like we need a drum roll, but we'll just use the noise of the conveyor belts and the tape and the cardboard boxes being assembled. Come on in, Ruta. This is the president and CEO of the Capital Area Food Bank.
Oh, thank you.
This is really incredible to have this gift from you and our community. It will just enable hundreds and thousands of meals for our neighbors in need. Thank you so much. And
what
thank
a
you
special moment.
community.
Look at that check at home. $54,500. That's what we raised.
We just found out that this donation we have is going to be good for about 100,000 meals in our community, which is just awesome.
That's unbelievable. All right, we've got a check presentation. Nino, I'm going to let you do the honors.
$48,400 to the
Fantastic.
Salvation Army.
Wow.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
What do you gentlemen think?
We are blessed, beyond blessed. We're just so thankful.
$35,100. That's unbelievable. I mean, you see that, Mary Beth, and what do you think?
I think that this has now provided an additional 75,000 meals to people in the area.
We have a virtual check of, check this out, over $230,000. So there it is right there, our virtual check.
That was fun yesterday. That was the big reveal. ABC7 is just so honored to have teamed up with Safeway, the Capital Area Food Bank, and the Washington Redskins, of course, for the Kick Hunger campaign. It was amazing.
Yeah, we were able to raise more than $460,000. $230,000 of that will stay right here in the DMV.
The Pakistani restaurant is well known after video about the owner went viral. His mission, feeding DC's homeless from this luxury restaurant without ever asking for a penny.
Before the COVID hit, we were feeding every day about 70, 80 people a day.
But now the immigrant owner says he's barely able to feed himself. The business is struggling to survive.
Each time we open, we're sitting all day, there's no customer. So we end up just shutting down and let the employee go.
From 15 to only 2 employees, Kazi says he's in the same position many other small businesses are in.
Right now is in a bad shape where we are unable to pay our rent.
For 5 years, he's fed thousands of people who can't afford a meal.
That mission is very close to my heart. I don't know how I can survive.
With no other option, he was forced to put a stop to giving away free meals.
And I can't really feed anybody because I can't even feed myself in this situation.
Kazi Manan says he's feeling overwhelmed.
A few days ago when you did the story on me, that how I'm struggling, and I have tears of fear. I have today tears of joy.
His famous restaurant, known for feeding anyone who can't afford a meal, was drowning. He says just days away from closing. He found himself unable to feed anyone, including himself.
Things that has hurt me is that if someone can walk in, I can't offer them a food. It's built inside of me. And someone asked me, it hurt me very much. I say, I'm sorry, I can't help you because I am myself. I don't have money to buy food.
Kazi turned to the public and asked for help, something he says he's never done before.
Heartbreaking for me to ask public to come out and support me.
But then came a breakthrough. Within 72 hours, his GoFundMe to keep the restaurant alive raised over $160,000.
I can never imagine in my life that how much you all trust me and care for me because you saw my heart that I care genuinely for others.
Kazi says he'll begin feeding the homeless again very soon.
I promise you all, I won't disappoint you.
It's been said that there's no greater heroism than motherhood.
She is thebomb.com.
They keep us on time.
Come get your bag.
In line.
Look, be quiet. Look, man, look. I'm not discussing that right now.
And above all, well-fed.
I need to get some more vegetables.
But Tawana Baylor didn't bring any of these children into the world.
I think she's my second mother, actually.
Miss Tawana, as she's called, works as a violence interrupter in her Southwest D.C. neighborhood. Many years ago, she traveled down desperation's darkest roads, somehow survived.
Struggling is not the word.
And now keeps the peace here while inspiring hope in children like 8-year-old Lucky Mac.
My name is Lucky. I think of her as a mother because she gives us food and she makes sure we're fed.
That's why they love me. I don't judge them. I meet people right where they are. I accept them.
I love that she takes care of everybody.
It's her unpaid job that keeps her in constant motion.
They all get 2 bananas in there to go with their oatmeal for in the morning.
She manages a makeshift toy outlet, library, and grocery store, all out of her small apartment.
They love that macaroni and cheese.
She succeeds by pinching pennies and getting support from family, friends, and various nonprofit agencies. Everything here goes to neighbors in need.
She helps because she knows that I'm struggling.
Like Natasha Mack and her 5 children.
I just thank the Lord for her, and I'm blessed.
I not feed their stomach, I feed their souls. I'm planting seeds.
Moving van.
We caught up with 9-year-old Cameron while he enjoyed lunch and a new book.
What she makes me is, she makes me happy.
Happy because nearly 60% of children residing in this complex live in poverty.
Without her, these kids wouldn't have nothing. They wouldn't have nothing.
Miss Tawana and her daughter Sierra ramped up operations when concerns about food insecurity turned critical in the COVID age.
When the pandemic happened, we had a lot of individuals that knew what my mom was doing, knew how much she was feeding the community, and said, hey, we want to help. And so the help began to pour in.
Volunteers drop off food. Others prep and cook, resulting in hundreds of free meals a week.
Here, you got beef around your fruit cup. This I get some juice. Hold your bag. I get some juice.
For grateful kids like 8-year-old Michaela.
I would think as her as my sunshine and my rainbow at the same time. Every day I go knock on Miss Tawana's door because I know she has a whole house full of snacks.
If I know they're hungry, how much stay behind my door and I open it? I have to open my door.
While the youngest prefer the hallway,
everybody go get there, calm down.
Older ones, on bikes given to them by Miss Tawana, wait outside for their bagged meals.
Thank you, Miss Tawana.
A friend calls Miss Tawana an umbrella in the rain because she covers those in need.
Bye, Grandma. Tomorrow, good tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow. Y'all be good. I love y'all. I put magic in these bags. The love come off of me into the bags. That's what it is. The love and the time.
She can say, look, I am you and you are me. And if you need something right now, if you're hungry right now, you never have to feel bad about it.
Today, we got to feed more people.
Tawana Baylor's drive to give, lead, and love stems from a harrowing past.
Oh, yes, indeed, Jesus. I've been molested by my father and my grandfather. I kept it to myself for 20 years. That's a long time. I didn't share it until I went to jail.
The trauma of betrayal at the age of 12 led to addiction and crimes that landed Tawana Baylor in and out of prison for some 20 years.
I didn't want nobody to go through what Miss Tawana went through. It was terrible, but I came out of it.
She emerged sober, faithful, and confident in her new calling as this community's matriarch.
The food is a bonus. Some of the kids just want my time, and I ride the bikes with them. You know, I jump rope, I do a lot of stuff with them. They want somebody to know that they loved.
So she has dedicated her life to being there for children like Lucky Mac, so they can face the challenges of life, knowing that they have value.
If you're gonna love them for real, not for play. And they know Mr. One don't play.
I got a juice, a bar, ravioli, and small snack. Thank you.
I'm Jay Korf.
It makes me feel warm and good.
For ABC7 News. When it comes to summer pandemic projects, the Davula children and their friends never imagined that their rudimentary carpentry skills would improve the lives of neighbors in need.
In my heart, I mean, it's like really nice to know that people are getting food and you're like one of the causes that's helping it. It feels really good to do that.
You know, we never ever thought it would get this big. I mean, it's big now.
Lucas, his sisters Leah and Ava, along with friends Owen, Crew, Kai, and others, started building small signs adorned with a simple heart.
We made 12 our first time, thinking no one would want any, but it really blew up and a lot of people wanted it, and so we made a lot more. They
asked for donations for each sign to help food insecure families, and the project took off.
We made 250 signs and made over $6,000.
And they usually put them like in their front yard, like next to a tree or next to some bushes, right near the road so people can see. And so, you know, when you drive around Vienna, you can see all these little signs by the road. It's really nice.
They give the money to Lydia Russo.
I really like to give back to my community, so I said, what can I do in this time?
Russo is behind the popular Facebook page Vienna VA Foodies. When COVID-19 struck, she turned that page from a restaurant review site into a venue of hope that's helped struggling businesses, first responders, and food insecure families.
I cry like at night because it's so overwhelming, it's so beautiful.
Here's how it works. Russo funnels donations to help support various Vienna restaurants like Foster's Grill. The restaurants then use that money to make food for those in need.
They're very trying times.
Bronwyn Phillips is the district manager
My dogs are done.
for Foster's Grill.
With her, we're feeding 10, 15 families all the time. It just turned into something fantastic.
The final step in this grassroots process involves teachers like Janet Hopkins.
Yeah, I do love these kids. I do love these kids.
Teachers know the families struggling the most in their schools. So once the food is prepared, Russo coordinates with teachers who personally hand-deliver meals to families in need. And they've been doing this for months.
We wrap ourselves around them and support them as best we can, as well as a lot of the other families that live in here. I mean, it's amazing, and it feels great.
Since March, they've raised more than $50,000 and delivered thousands of meals. On this day, we followed Hopkins as she brought meals to Shaquana Brown and her 8 children.
She's my heart, like my whole heart. When I lost my husband, she was the first person here.
Brown worked as a school cafeteria host until she lost her job due to the pandemic. She loved that school so much, it's where she married Willie Jackson, the love of her life. But her husband died 3 years ago of a heart attack.
I do everything alone, so there's a lot of nights that I'm too tired to just do anything, which them bringing meals helps a lot. Seems so small or something little, but it's not. It's not small. It doesn't go unnoticed. It doesn't go unneeded or unwanted.
It doesn't go unnoticed by her children. The joy of a juicy burger, savory fries, never disappoint.
Potato fries.
If we've learned anything about our children this summer, it's that when given guidance, they'll figure out how to power that circular saw. And in the process, unlock the power in themselves to make a difference.
And it's nice to have something to do that's, productive and helpful for the community, so we're not just sitting around all day, but we can actually, make a little bit of a difference and help some people.
And I think that's kind of the beauty of it. It's just a simple little sign. There's no deep hidden meaning. Everyone likes hearts. What does it mean? It's love, it's kindness, it's community, it's hope for a better future for everyone around us.
I'm Jay Korf for ABC7 News.
Today, we're showing nothing but love to the community. Love, not meanness. Free fish dinners. Come on in. Free dinners.
For the past several weeks,
we gotta double them up. There's too many people.
The Greater Morning Star Apostolic Church on Richmond Highway in Alexandria has been closed to in-house services due to the pandemic.
Keep going the whole way forward.
But every Sunday, their parking lot is packed.
How you doing today?
Transformed into a place that nourishes the soul.
We've only been up and running for about an hour, and we've served about 250 meals, which is a record for us. It's just every week it gets bigger, 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 bigger.
It's free. It's free for the community. It's free for the first come, first serve.
Jeffrey Redfern is thankful for a meal and 2 loaves of bread on this, the Lord's Day.
It's a blessing from God. Me, myself, I appreciate it. From noon till 2, it's wide open. There's just hundreds of people, one after another. I mean, look at them backed up on Route 1. This is what America's all about.
Just to make sure we got your order right, you need 2, correct? Thank you. Ma'am, you need 4, correct?
Don't think they need bread, but I'll come back.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the Lord. Thank you. God bless you. We are in this and we're getting out. Woohoo!
Food has no color.
Verna Meyer's husband, Deacon Jones, opened this fast food truck about a year ago to raise money for the church.
Good and crispy. The taste is great. Come out and have some.
His family recipe, generations old.
I can't tell you my secret. If I tell you my secret, my granddad would jump out his grave. My grandma probably jump out of grave too.
Several weeks ago, when COVID-19 plunged families into financial peril, these fishers of men went to work preparing free food on Sundays.
Giving them hope with this COVID-19 going on, the virus, and all the unrest that's going on in the country.
When we see fishers of men, that's what we see. We see love being shown.
Each container includes finger-licking good catfish. A team of volunteers gather tasty sides, snacks, and drinks, donated by area restaurants to make for a complete meal.
I'm lucky enough to have a essential job, so I'm still working, but I know there's a lot that aren't. We get people coming up here that tell us this is their only hot meal for the day, and that's hard. It's hard to hear.
This church, with less than 100 members, can afford to do this, thanks to a chance encounter with retired Marine Staff Sergeant Ed Moore.
Yeah, I saw what they were doing. I pulled in and, asked them if they needed help.
Moore runs a nonprofit called Veterans Fishing Adventure.
So it's free and open to all veterans and their families. We specialize in guys with mobility issues. We've had guys from the initial landing of Normandy to the Battle of the Bulge on the boat.
For months, Moore could not take veterans out to his boat due to social distancing guidelines.
Right now, we're down just south of the power plant and north of Quantico.
So he and a couple volunteers hit the Potomac a few times a week and work for hours.
We're getting a bite on this one rod here.
To catch fish.
Woo-hoo, fish on, baby.
For fisher of men.
How pretty is that?
Run out of cooler space.
We keep them on ice. They all got filleted yesterday. 1,300 pounds of fish. Came right out of the Potomac.
Hey, sir, how you doing today? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, how is the fish? Tell me. Tell this young man here.
The best fish we ever tasted. This man is a godsend. This is a godsend. All of you all are participating. We really need this and we appreciate this in this tough time.
Michael Lee is like so many in this parking lot of compassion.
At this time, we need to know that we are supported, that we are loved, that we are cared about.
He and parents like Vinnie Ville.
These guys got it going on. Thank you very much, sir.
Are grateful for the helping hand, getting them through another day.
This is a gorgeous thing. This is so good.
Strangers, be them cooks or catfish hunters, coming together to be fishers of men.
I believe that we're going to recover from this a stronger community, a stronger nation, but it's going to take some time to recover.
In 10 weeks, they've served over 5,000 meals.
And we're working together for one cause, to help the needy. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
It's kind of tears of joy. When you see a family pull up and they have all their belongings in the car that they own, how can you not do it? I mean, it has to be done.
Heaven is on earth, okay? So y'all guys have a very good day, because I am blessed today. I am very much blessed.
I'm Jay Korf.
You feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof when you're doing this.
For ABC7 News.